Mary asked her mom a question. Mom, why is humility important? That's a beautiful question, Mary. Humility is one of the greatest qualities a person can have because it reflects the heart of God. Humility means understanding that we need God every single day. It means knowing that no matter how talented, successful, intelligent, or blessed we become, we would not be where we are without Him. A humble person doesn't make themselves look bigger than others. Instead, they lift others up and point people to God. You know, Mary, some people think humility means being weak or allowing people to walk all over you. But that's not true at all. Humility is actually a sign of strength. A humble person can stand up for what is right without being rude. They can disagree without being disrespectful. They can be confident without being prideful. Humble people are willing to say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. And can you teach me? Pride refuses to admit mistakes, but humility is always willing to grow. God also blesses humble people because He knows He can trust them with greater responsibilities. If someone becomes proud every time they receive a blessing, they begin to believe they earn everything on their own. But a humble person remembers that every good gift comes from God and give Him the glory. Have you ever noticed how fruit grows on branches that bend? In the same way, people who remain humble often produce the sweetest fruit in their life. Love, kindness, patience, peace, and compassion. They don't have to announce how good they are because their character speaks for them. Jesus gave us the perfect example of humility. Even though He is the King of Kings, He washed His disciples' feet, welcomed children, cared for the poor, healed the sick, and showed love to people whom others rejected. He taught us that true greatness is found in serving others, not being served. Mary, there will be people who brag, seek attention, and always want to be first. Don't let that influence you. Let your life shine through your love, your kindness, your obedience to God. Remember, God notices the things people often overlook. He sees every act of kindness, every quiet prayer, every helping hand, and every sacrifice made with a sincere heart. Never confuse humility with low self-esteem. God wants us to know your worth because He created you in His image. You can be confident in who God made you to be while remaining humble enough to give Him all the glory. So always remember this, Mary. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less and thinking more about serving God and loving others. When you stay humble, God will continue to open doors that no one can close. So, Mom, being humble doesn't make me small. It makes room for God to do bigger things through me. Exactly, Mary. When you stay humble, God gets the glory. People are blessed and your heart stays close to Him. That's the kind of life that truly honors God. Bible verse. Humble yourself before the Lord, and He will lift you up. James 4:10. The moral of the story. True humility is not about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking more of God and serving others with love. When you remain humble, we honor God. Treat people with kindness. Continue to learn. Allow Him to guide our lives. God blesses those who have humble hearts because they are willing to give Him the glory instead of seeking praise from themselves. Remember, a humble heart is a heart that God can trust.